Many aircraft were released on Microsoft Flight Sim across 2022, but what does 2023 hold? Well, by the looks of it, plenty of airliners will be coming over to Microsoft Flight Sim on PC, and importantly, Xbox next year. In today's video, therefore, I've got a list of all the airliners that have been confirmed for release in 2023. And a little disclaimer before we get right into this video, all the aircraft in this list are payware, for the simple reason that payware development teams give us a release date and stick to it. With freeware developments, it's a lot more hazy, so I haven't included them as we don't just know. Without further delay, let us get right into it. Let's get into aircraft number 1 now. It's over from Aerosoft with the A330-300. Now, if you're like me and you fly on PC, you'll be somewhat familiar with the A330. We've already got two fantastic freeware projects out there that handle the A330, that being the Headwind Simulations one and the Project Megapack one. Headwind is much better, but the Project Megapack one is still acceptable. But Aerosoft are taking the A330 up a few notches. It will be payware and it will be on PC initially and eventually Xbox. Release was meant to be in 2022, but by the looks of it, it doesn't look like it will be going that way. So I think a Q1 2023 release is looking most apparent. We've had a good look into the EFB, the electronic flight bag. You've got pushback and SimBrief integration in there. The cockpit modelling is also very much complete. All in all, it's looking like a very good payware airliner. It's always nice to see a modern Airbus long hauler coming over to Microsoft Flight Sim, because we don't actually have any ones yet. Now, moving back to the past, we've got the A300-600f by IniBuilds. Now, this was announced a few days ago now, so it's relatively hot off the press. This will initially be coming over to PC. No confirmation it's coming over to Xbox, but with the recently released IniBuilds A310 as part of the 40th anniversary update, I see no reason why this wouldn't be coming over to Xbox. Now, this has got a very similar cockpit to the A310 on Microsoft Flight Sim now, as this is the 600 variant of the A300. It is also the cargo variant only at the moment. We've got no information about the passenger variant. Once again, some of you may be familiar with this aircraft as it was released on X-Plane only a year ago or so, but IniBuilds will be building the external model from the ground up, and as they've already got a pretty good base of the cockpit from the A310, I'd imagine only a little bit of work needs to go there. This will be coming to PC and hopefully Xbox. Okay, so now we move over to the third aircraft in this list. It's a PC only one, so the A320 by Fenix. While this product has already been released for Microsoft Flight Sim, it's £50, pretty good deal, a study level A320 for Microsoft Flight Sim on PC. 2023 holds version 2 of this aircraft, which includes an updated external model completely built from the ground up again. That was really my only complaint with the Fenix A320, the old looking external model that sort of looks like it was made for P3D or FSX. Well, the Fenix team are aware of this insecurity and therefore they'll be releasing version 2 next year as a free update for all users. Once again, this was very recently announced. There's all the Airbus aircraft out of the way that have been confirmed for next year. Of course, we've got the freeware fly-by-wire A380, which is also in the works at the moment, but because this is a freeware project, the fly-by-wire team have been deliberately secretive about when they're going to release their aircraft. I still think it's about a year off, so you might see it late 2023, but it's more like looking like 2024, which I think is fair enough. PC only, of course. Moving Airbus out of the way, we move over to Boeing. First off, PMDG will continue their 737 lineup next year with a 737-900. Of course, the longest 737 next generation variant. Not completely groundbreaking to you and me, because we've all got the 737 basically now, but if you want to fly slightly higher capacity routes, this may be the one for you. It's payware, of course. No pricing has been confirmed yet. It will be less than the 800 variant, of course, though. You're probably looking around the $50 to $40 mark. PC initially, and if WASM support allows, PMDG will be moving all of their aircraft over to Xbox. Now, moving over to the 757, probably my favourite aircraft on this list. Many of you will know Bluebird Simulations is working on the Boeing 757-200 and 757-300 for both PC and Xbox. Now, this will contain a variation. There will be an accessible version of the 757 and a slightly more advanced version of the 757 that suits those who fly more likely on PC, who want more realistic features. No information there, but I believe it will be stuff like circuit breakers, which isn't a must-have for me, but of course does increase the realism as you go through realistic failures. But to be perfectly honest, by the sounds of it, the normal version will be good enough for me. Bluebird Simulations are working in collaboration with JustFlight, which is a really good sign. JustFlight have really stepped up the mark lately. No confirmation on pricing, but we have been told it will be affordable, probably looking around the $30 to $40 mark. Rough confirmation on release date will be around the middle of the year, so you're looking towards summer 2023, which isn't too far away, so pretty excited for this one. It looks really cool from the videos and photos we've seen so far. Now moving over to JustFlight, seeing as we're just talking about them, they've got at least 2 aircraft that are coming next year. The Avro RJ, which is an upgrade of the BAE 146, some of you may be familiar with, and the Fokker F28, which is a Dutch airliner, the F28 Fellowship, which was originally based on the F27 Friendship, which is a propeller aircraft of similar size. The Fokker 28 just has jet engines instead. Now to kick it off with the Avro RJ, this will be coming next year, should be pretty soon as well, definitely a Q1 release. It's basically a modern update of the 146, and with the Fokker F28, it's a Dutch airliner with a very colourful cabin, perfect for short regional hops. Both of these are payware, and it is the intention of JustFlight to release these aircraft on Xbox eventually, but of course PC does come first, just while JustFlight are waiting for WASM support. No information on pricing exactly, but you're probably once again looking between the $40 to $50 mark for both of them. That seems to be JustFlight's go-to price. And finally, we've got a few more quirky airliners to go through. So Asobo will be bringing their ATR 42 and 72 to Microsoft Flight Sim next year, catching a recent development update a few weeks ago showed us that this project's come on really well, with lead product developer Hans Hartmann showing us how in depth this ATR project has gone. Something that sticks out of this project is the fact that Asobo and their development teams are working in partnership with ATR on this project, and that is always a good thing. It means we should get highly realistic systems and good modelling, as well as the development team will have access to real life blueprints, manuals, etc. No information on pricing just yet, but it will be coming over to Xbox and PC, and of course the fact it is an Asobo product will mean it should be pretty affordable, probably looking around the $30 to $35 mark, I would imagine. And TFDI Designs should be bringing their MD-11 over to Microsoft Flight Sim in 2023. Q1 was the release period they announced this year in October time. This product did have a bit of controversy because of the pricing model. It is quite extortionate. Off the top of my head, you do pay around $90 for the base, and then $15 for one expansion pack, and then another $15 on top for an extended simulation pack, which is very extortionate as Microsoft Flight Sim prices go. I would imagine they'd sort this pricing out before they do release this product. The screenshots do look pretty cool. It also has a virtual cabin. As far as I know, this is PC only at the moment. Finally, a quirky British airliner that has been confirmed for 2023. Blackbox Simulations are working on a Shorts 330 and 360. This aircraft was announced on the Microsoft Flight Sim forum. It will be payware, and as you can see, it is definitely very quirky. There has been some pretty good screenshots in there showing us the external model, which looks pretty good for such a weird looking aircraft, and the cockpit as well. This will probably be a mid-2023 release. Now, there are a few points of contention across the next year as well. I haven't talked about these aircraft in depth because I don't know whether or not they'll be coming over in 2023. Of course, I already picked up on the A380, but you've also got the Fokker F70 and F100 from JustFlight. And you've also got freeware airliners on Discord as well, which haven't set a release date just yet, but may very well pop up across the year. So while this is a definitive list of what is coming next year, things can change. It's always very fluid. From me today, that is all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. It means a lot. Check out my Amazon affiliate links down below for everything I use to fly, film and edit. But from me today, that is all. Have a fantastic one. Bye bye.